Hello everyone, Burb here. Let's quickly close out Cancer Cup. Cancer Cup for me was rather tough, let's be honest. As you know, I was running a triple late surger comp that didn't have any Christmas XOGuri whatsoever. I was just running characters that I enjoyed in a role that I enjoyed, and as I said in the build video, they were mostly converted parents. Now those converted parents were rather strong. That XOGuri cap that I was running was a fast learner 3000 skill point medium S run, which was stronger than most of the throne rebuilds, as well as the winning ticket was a throne rebuild that had like 2900 skill points, and the Dober was, well, Dober 0.4 plus being like a 2700 skill point medium S. All of them had medium S. I think they were rather strong, and I think they were at least in the top 10% of non-Christmas XOGuris and non-frontrunners because a lot of people just kind of clocked out. Now, there's nothing wrong with running the meta. It's just an observation that most of the actual lobbies that we were in had some combination of either Christmas XOGuri and double front or Christmas XOGuri and double dominator. We had a couple of runaway pace fronts as well. I think those three kind of just encapsulated about 90% of our lobbies. And I think there's a few reasons for that. First of all, I think people are done with making new track or track blazer. The views kind of say it, the comments say it. People just want to go next, and they want to get into Grand Live. They're frustrated with the CM. There was a lot of people just using previous UMAs and medium CMs. There was Christmas XOGuri caps that were basically reused from 2 CMs ago at the Derby. Frontrunners doing the same. And they were working because the tracks are not too dissimilar. It was like you lost Firm Course Menace and you lost Redshift, but Christmas XOGuri Cap got 6.1 links from her ultimate, so it worked out perfectly fine. And of course, Dominator debuffers work all the time as well. The second thing is just the fact that, hey, it's kind of like the collective thing of, hey, you're losing to Christmas XOGuri so much and Frontrunners so much that you kind of need to run the meta if you want a good win rate. There isn't necessarily a secondary option when there is a character this strong. There's nothing wrong with running the meta. It's just an observation. We've been seeing a lot of these, and they were incredibly difficult to beat. And it was really frustrating to me. This CM above all the other CMs. I was clocking in and out, honestly, like in terms of like actually paying attention by the minute details. And the reason is because these two comps here like have some of the most frustrating ways that you can lose, and a lot of times they're pretty early in the race, which is just a little bit tough for me, and it loses a lot of the intrigue that normally happens even when I lose. Like when I lose to a soulful lobby, as you call it, first of all, the soulful lobby just didn't exist. Like there was, I think, 8 of them over the course of the entire CM. But it's just like, how do I put it? When you go and have a double front lobby with Christmas XOGuri cap, a lot of times you lose because you're just not even on screen in the mid race, because the frontrunners have so much mid race, because Throne came out and you have gold medium corners. So now you, instead of barring Daitaku Helios, pretty much everyone except for like V Bourbon and Saiyan Sky also has a gold skill you can grab for the mid race to push you so far ahead of the backliners that it's just really tough, and you're not going to win from off screen at the spurt anyway, so we knew we were dead at that point. You could lose from lobby comp, which is truly the most frustrating. If you had 2 people running this comp with 2 fronts and 1 XOGuri cap, well, you would just go and lose because 6 wasn't available to you. And if there was a double dom and Christmas XOGuri for both of the other 2, a lot of times you just lucky pace. I ran a Saiyan Sky for one day to see if it would help, because day 1 we had 8 lucky pace Christmas XOGuri lobbies, and those were practically like, they were auto losses as well. So having 2 auto loss situations for me in lobby comp is really tough for me to, I guess, care. And I guess apologies that some races I wasn't really enthusiastic for, especially day 4, ticket 1 and 2, when we were just losing in lobby comp loss. It's just a fact of life, it was. And it's really difficult for me when I see, there's a few holdouts, I'll say. Every other content creator, besides a couple, were running this comp and more powerful to them. It's just I was seeing them with 95% win rates, and I'm sitting here barely sitting around 40 to 45%. All I'm here to say is yes, I'm complaining, sure. I did this to myself, and I can tell, and I'm afraid for those who didn't have as strong of Umas not in the meta than the compared to what they were fighting for. fighting against rather. So that's where my frustration is that, hey, I made ridiculously strong Umas. Like, let's be honest, they were really, really strong. And I was having trouble. So what is it to the person who doesn't want to run Christmas XOGuri Cap? This was the most meta CM that we have. And that was my debrief. I know I ranted for a little bit. Some people like that, some people don't. But that was my debrief of the Champions meeting and my feelings on it. How did we end up doing? Well, Ticket before rebuild had good win rate, and after rebuild had similar win rate. Now, remember that this is day 2, day 3, so the win rate's going to be lower, but Ticket did get 10 wins. Saiyan Sky did go and steal 1 win after running her on day 2 for 20 races. She was literally only there to sometimes steal angling and scheming, which she did 6 times, as well as deny lucky pace, which she did 5 times. So it was like 11 wins that really helped out the rest of the team, and the rest of the team helped, like, they were collecting on those wins. Measure of Dober, running the other 60 races, did end up winning 9 times, as well as regular XOGuri Cap winning our golden cleat. Like I said, this XOGuri Cap was ridiculous with some amazing late race and amazing mid race. So when she basically hit her mid race, she would just hit 6th and 0.4, and then Tripulse would lead to the victory for 15 wins. So our final win rate was 43.5% for 35 out of 80. Lower than normal, yes, but I was not running meta, to be fair. And you would think it would be rather easy to get into A finals with 43% because you know, you're going to get 3 wins and a ticket if you are rolling the dice that, like, if you flip a coin 3 times, you should have heads. You should have had 3s times out of 5, at least once out of 8. But we were the 2-win merchant on day 1, so we didn't even make it on day 1. We had to go to day 2. And on day 2, it was some of the most frustrating losses that we've had because we won 1 on the first 2 tickets, and we just lobby lost literally 4 times per ticket. And we lost the first 2 on the 3rd ticket until we met the pace chaser, Nice Nature. Enjoy the clip.
You should go to A finals every time if you have those things.
Alright, well, GG. Lucky Pace UG Christmas XOGuri. Another late start by XOGuri Cap. Uma-san only on ticket, as the other 2 are outer post. Holy crap, the Nature stole it. We have a chance.
Let's go, Nady.
I have no idea. Who is running nicer pace? I don't care. But whatever works. Whatever works for you, that is what has saved the lobby, is the fact you're running that. We are in front of the Christmas XOGuri. Let's not Nimble Navigator. We can raw power this too, because we can just block the Christmas XOGuri. Gold ship, can you stop?
Oh, gold ship, dude.
What is this?
What is that Uma, dude?
Risky business, best of miracle hit on both. Dober's gonna.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
It's ahead of us already. Everyone hit. Okay. Dober hit really freaking hard and got in a rail. And got in a rail.
That's quite big.
Pulse or something. Oh, don't, no, don't, Natty. Gold ship, please, gold ship. Thank you.
Is Nature like an actual pace, or did he just misclick and put it in? I mean, it's SS plus. No, it's. I mean, like.
I don't even want to know what this is.
Kinda. I mean, he bought like skills to make her a SFE. Okay. What?
Shirt step.
How?
Oh my god, the shirt step. Dude, shirt step is. It was at least 6 lengths for us because there was no way we'd be Christmas XOGuri without it.
No, I don't think he misclicked because he has pace straights and like shoot
step. Shirt step, this is just a pace. This is the pace B nature. This is pace B nature.
Yeah, pace B. Yeah. What is broke?
Dude, if we get to finals,
Aria, you.
So she didn't proc Shrewd Step because she won because of Intergate logic, but we could not have won if a Christmas O'Guri had won Lucky Pace there. So it was the momentum shift that we needed with that victory, with 2 shots at the championships, with the first one just giving us a casual 4 frontrunner to O'Guri cap position loss, with 1 shot at the championship to get to a finals. We had 1 chance, and we took it.
Medium straights, late straights. I mean, we're gonna have to hit a red star. Not there. Dover stealing AS. Please don't NSM. Please don't have NSM. Radiant Star, perfect pro.
Come on, O'Guri!
Nimble, outer swell. Christmas O'Guri's going, but this isn't that. It's insurmountable. Dober's already in first.
Yeah,
we get a ticket to win too. Oh, Rudolph, please don't do this to me. Our ticket to win.
Our ticket to win! Our
Come
ticket
on.
to A finals, more like.
Come on. Rudolph's there. I think it's
Yo.
just a podium. You just got triumphant pulsed. Behold is there. Radstar's there. It's a podium.
Because this is what it does. It appeals to like the male fantasy.
It's a podium for the victory. Side by side
There
triple
we
duel.
Go! Triple
Oh,
boom.
man. So we did make it, but just barely with that final win. We did end up making 3 wins on the ticket, and then the game kind of let off on the final ticket, and we won 3 more wins in quick succession for a 4-win streak, which was the most of the entire season, to be honest. So we were able to have some fun on the final ticket, but we made it to 8 finals. That was the goal, and now all we have to do is hopefully hit and hope that a Christmas O'Guri or a frontrunner doesn't hit massively hard. So without further ado, here is a finals.
ほんの少し自分に自信なくちゃったなって思っているんだけど踏み出せないでいたのだけど決めた走っていかなきゃ理想を描いたあのゴールへ残った優秀たちの最後の大舞台アンサー俳優決勝現在一番人気はここまで無敗三冠馬娘キンボリルドルフゴール評価は少し不満か2番人気はこの子秋の三冠馬娘グラスワンダー三冠馬娘ウィニングチケット3番人気です注目株の馬娘だ今のチラスデッドヒートに期待しましょうゲートイン完了出走の準備が整いました晴れたりしないよね鏡に向かって誰かと話してちょっとずつ前に進まなくちゃ変わっていけないからすぐに慣れたりできはしないけど可愛いないっていう自分が先に走っていつも本当の思い追いてかれるだけど胸のゲート開かなくちゃレースにならない前を向いて自分らしく走っているそんな人たちを追い越そうって思うならありのままの私のことを信じていないと強くなれない
前に抜け出すのは容易じゃなさそうです。
順位を振り返っていきます。先頭は日本のブルー、2番シンリード、続いて4番オグリーキャプテン、6番オグリーキャプテン、並びかけてきた。話しかけられた時、泳ぐような視線でいたままじゃ何一つ心で向かいやっていないのと同じで気にかけられたらなのに嬉しくてどうしてもちゃんと素直な表情恥ずかしくて出ないの
Where is that referee? He was trying to
ベースにほっといて答え揺れてしまう った一瞬
So we lost, that was expected, but it was just kind of the way that we lost. This was a completely winnable lobby. This wasn't just, hey, oh no, it's Christmas Oguri, GG. Even with the perfect Brock Christmas Oguri, that was entirely winnable. It was a solo front lobby. Both of the Christmas Oguris didn't really have any mid-race. The one that won did have quite a bit of late race, but even then, with nothing going our way, you saw Ticket was just a few lengths away, 2.5-ish, I think is what the final total was. And looking back, we were supposed to lose about 2/3 of the time in simulation, of course, and knowing that, it's a little bit less frustrating now. But the one that was chosen for finals that we did end up losing, there was a series of events that were just kind of insane. Out of the gate, Oguri Cap missed Umastan and would end up missing Full Throttle as well, two of the strongest mid-race skills that she had. She would proc all of her mid-race, and she would still lose against a debuffer hybrid Rudolph that had Fast and Furious, Eager, and Professor of Curvature, and that was really it for mid-race. And the reason was not because we missed a bunch of skills. As you can see, we kind of are like doubling up on mid-race skills, and it wasn't necessarily even the wit. We had similar amounts of pace up if you actually watch it. It's just Dober and Oguri Cap were just blocking each other continuously in the early to mid-race. So we never got off to the right foot, and then 6th place was stolen by the Rudolph. 5th place was stolen by the Grass Wonder that had some mid-race, but still kind of frustrating that 5th and 6th were those, and we were basically 4th, 7th, and 8th, and so we couldn't hit any particular excels. The Radiant Stars all chose to be in the last 100 meters of the lobby, so they didn't really matter. And then, as you saw, Winning Ticket just didn't block side continue time at all on that, despite getting inner rail-ish, right? So a lot of frustrating things all around. At the end of the day, I was not the favorite to win anyways, so it is what it is. We tried our best, and Ticket did go and still sneak out a 2nd place victory for a few extra bonus carrots. So overall, how do I feel? I mean, I'm fine. Like, this was a CM. It was a fight against the meta. I just think that these CMs that have such a dominant and clear-cut meta that's incredibly easy to build are very, very tough and not the greatest overall because it forces you to do it. It really does. I was running a strategy that wasn't meta. That's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine to run meta. I think I said that multiple times in this video. It's just when you don't have the ability to spend the time required to do other things, you lose variety and you get what this is. It's just Christmas Oguri double front or Christmas Oguri dominator, and this is where the term XOGuri frontrunner slop comes from. Because people are tired of it because they've seen it 70 plus times in their lobby and they keep losing to it. So there's no chance for creativity and there's no chance to go and run the characters that you enjoy when the meta just kind of dictates it, unless you're willing to spend the time and, of course, the carrots to pull the cards to do so, and that burden was very high this CM. I know this has been a lot of complaining this video. Overall, it was fun to stream with you guys. I know at times I was frustrated, at times I was kind of clocked out on day 4. I'll be perfectly blunt, I was thinking I was going to have to make a video that's like, oh hey, I didn't even make A finals. Luckily we made it in this time. There will be a time where I won't be able to make it in this time. It may be CM17. It's going to be a repeat of this. However, I am rather hopeful. And the reason is if these 7-1 changes go through, head on, as well as on your left are both buffed, and those are gambling options. This means that at least the gambling options are there. Whereas now, the big problem with this CM is that we had no stopping me as a quote-unquote gambling option that was really easily taken on Christmas Oguri as well. So now maybe we can at least gamble a little bit easier against these really high meta picks, but we shall see in the times to come. CM16 is turning out to be a rather pace chaser dominated meta. I hope On Your Left goes and changes that and kind of splits it up a bit more. CM17 is looking to be another Christmas Oguri map that's going to be really tough, and also with Kopano Ricky being released, we have a heavy meta influence, but with perhaps some additional gamble accelerations, we have a chance. I hope you enjoyed the overall streams if you watched them. Thank you to all those that joined as a member or donated to the stream. I appreciate you all. Never required for that. Otherwise, to be honest, this CM was kind of its namesake, and I think a lot of people are feeling it as such. So I hope I have at least gone and entertained you a little bit with my struggles. I will still just be running characters that I enjoy. That's kind of how I do it. I will sometimes run the meta. I think next CM I'm going to have a meta character. That's part of the anti-frustration plan. And we'll see how it goes from there. Take care, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Burb out.